Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So today is March the 3rd, 2019, and I'm going to be transplanting my pepper plants here today. Now these are just some of them. I have some other flats of pepper seedlings that I'm going to be transplanting as well. So I'm very pleased with how well these are growing for me, and it's time for them to be transplanted, and I'm going to be using 4-inch plastic containers. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I got one of my containers here filled up with my potting mix, and I'm just using a regular potting mix, Miracle-Gro potting mix. You could use your seed starting mix if you wanted to, but I've always used Miracle-Gro and they did well for me. Now, I don't have too much soil in my container, and I'm going to show you why here. These are my sweet banana peppers here, and as you can see, these grew taller. And what pepper plants actually do, you can see it on this one right here, is they will do like a tomato does, and they will shoot roots out of their stalk, which will give you more of a root system when you bury the stem down further. So I'm going to be transplanting my sweet Chinese giants first, and I have 6 of these here. I got 100% germination rate out of them, which I'm really happy about that. So my container is already labeled, and I'm taking my plant out here. You can see the root system here. Just roughing the root system up some. Sometimes you will break some of the roots, that's normal. And I'm sitting this down in. Now you can see it's sitting lower than what it previously was. And any leaves that will be below the soil surface or touching the soil, we want to take off so we don't have any issues with any type of funguses or disease or anything like that. So I have my little tools here, and I'm going to just fill in around my pepper plant here. Now you want to make sure that your soil is nice and warm when you do this. You don't want to use soil that you just brought in like from outside or something like that, and you don't want to use your regular garden soil, because that can harbor different diseases and pests. Just going around and filling around in here. And what this will actually do, this whole stem here that I'm going to be covering will put new roots out, and it'll give us a stronger root system for the plant. And that's what we want. That'll give us a really nice root system. Okay, here we go. And I will have a link down in the description for these little tools here. I use them for all of my transplanting because they're so nice to get in around the plants with, and they're not big and bulky like some of the other ones that I've used are. Oops, break this here up. If you get any clumps, go ahead and break them up. Okay, we're going to tamp this down here. Put in just a little bit more soil. Oops. Okay. There. Now, I am leaving a space here. And by leaving this space, when I water these, the water won't run right out over the container. If you plant it flush, if you put your soil flush with the top of the container, and you go to water it, your soil and your water is all going to spill out. So by leaving a little reservoir here, when you water it, your soil won't spill out and your water is not going to spill out. So it's time to water this one. So we'll be right back. Okay, so it's time to start watering this here. And I have a tray under here to catch the excess. So it's going to take a little bit for that to drain down. So this is starting to drain its water out. Now I'm going to water it till the soil feels moist, and I'm probably going to soak it in another container of water just to make sure that we got the soil nice and moist. So actually what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to be taking then the container and I'm going to be putting it in a tub full of water, and I'm going to be letting the pepper soak in there until the soil is nice and moist on top. And then when it's moist on top, I'm going to be taking it out, and then I'm going to be putting them back under my lights. So we'll be back. Okay, so I still have like 3 or 4 pepper flats to transplant. I was running low on my potting mix, so I had to bring some more in so it could warm up and thaw out, so I could use it to finish transplanting my peppers here. And now I do have a fan that runs for 14 hours a day down here to help circulate the air in the growing room, and that helps to keep your plants sturdier. It also helps to keep air moving for your air exchange, because your plants take up the carbon dioxide and they release the oxygen into the air. And what can happen is if they're not getting the airflow that they need, then the plants, the air starts to get stagnant and the plants aren't getting that carbon dioxide that they need. So it's really a good idea to get airflow in your growing area and to have a fan running. So I just turned the fan down on low so I could do the video, and I will be turning it back up on high. And now that does, like I said, it runs for about 14 hours a day, and it also helps to make your plant sturdier, because it helps to simulate the air blowing outside. Now of course it can get windier outside than what the fan will do, but it just helps to sturdy your plants up. So I do have some more peppers here to transplant. You can see there's some up there, and I will be coming back then with a video to show you actually how to top your pepper plants to make them bushy. Now most of these aren't ready to top yet, but I did do a video last year when I transplanted my pepper seedlings, and I showed in that video how to top your pepper plants. So if your pepper plants are bigger and they're ready to be pinched or pruned, you can watch that video. I'll put a link down in the description, and I'll put the time on there where you can go to see how I prune my pepper plants. It really does amazing results for the harvest yield, because instead of having a taller plant, the plant bushes out and it gives you a whole bunch more blossoms and side shoots. So now I will still be feeding these with the Miracle-Gro. I use 1/4 teaspoon Miracle-Gro all-purpose plant food to a gallon of water, and you want to feed them once a week with that. And you don't want to feed a dry plant, because you can burn the root system on it. And another thing that you can use if you don't want to use the Miracle-Gro is a product called Sea Magic. I'll have a link down in the description for that. So as these continue to grow, I will come back with more videos and I will show them to you. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave them below and I'll try and answer them for you. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button. That'll tell you as I put a new video on. You can also follow me on Twitter. I will have a link down in the description for my Twitter account. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!